Transition Radio TV, brought to you by thebreastformstore.com. They have everything you could possibly need for your cross-dressing and transgender needs. Visit their website at www.thebreastformstore.com and tell them Transition Radio sent you.
The following ingredients include a look behind the scenes. Cook uncovered until hot. Add grooves to taste.
I would like, if I may, to take you on a strange journey.
Once upon a time, there was a little girl.
The accident was over a year ago. A second woman has been elected president. A 12th planet has been named in the solar system. The last wild polar bear has died. I slept through it all. I was here for my waking. He called it a beginning. He said it was good. I think he may have thought that anything I did was good.
Welcome to Transition Radio, live from Milton Manors, Florida. With your host, Mark Angelo Cummings.
And your hostess, Jessica Lincoln.
A show for trans folks, by trans folks, here to let your voice be heard.
It's the love that saves me. Well, good evening and welcome to Transition Radio TV, live from Wilton Manors, Florida. Hey guys, I want to share with you here this beautiful little trans pendant from Luli's Gift. And if you want to get yourself one of these beauties, it's got the little transgender logo and all that good stuff, and high quality. Go to our website, to the store section, and you could just click on the little icon and it'll take you there, and you'll get to wear one of these cool items as well. And stay tuned for a lot more items from Luli. She has some great jewelry stuff, so just keep checking with our store for the great stuff. Well, anyway, we want to thank everyone for tuning in, all the chatters and all the friends of our great guest, Chord. Chord, she's a high-energy mover and shaker, and her heart-stirring music electrifies all your senses. Her songs and vocal renderings, channeled from a higher power, burst forth with a natural talent and all-consuming passion for creating and sharing her very personal, easily relatable brand of ND rock. With a unique style only Chris can convey. Her music brims with an edge and urgency reminiscent of the sounds of Melissa Etheridge.
The gifted singer-songwriter's devotion to music and sharing her talent with her legion of fans carries over into Chris's personal commitments as well. She often performs at fundraising concerts, including benefits for cancer research and AIDS foundations. And in 2005, she organized a successful concert reaching out in the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina. As she promotes balance and begins working on her exciting follow-up CD, Chris's infectious energy, charm, and passion takes center stage.
Without doubt, she can break your heart with a soulful ballad and then shake you raw with bold, energizing, pure musical adrenaline. On or off stage, Chris is a very grounded musician who takes the time to stop and acknowledges her devoted fans.
Chris is currently busy producing her follow-up second CD. Once Chord's music gets into your blood, it becomes part of you, leaving you craving more. Check out this emerging artist and experience true original.
Hey, waking up with no one by my side. I'm not into dinners, but just for one. Truth be known, they're not my kind of fun. But as much as I get lonely, I know I'm not the only cry. I can never do anything right. I'd rather be alone than be with someone like you. One day I'll find love to share my life with again. But until then, I'd rather be alone. A faded welcome mat by the door. An empty house is far, far from home. I guess love doesn't live here no more. I'd rather be alone than be with someone like you. All you ever do is make me cry. I can never do anything right. I'd rather be alone than be with someone like you. One day I'll find love to share my life with again. But until then, I'd rather be alone. I'd rather be alone. But as much as I get older, I know I'm not the only one there. Whoa, rather be alone than be someone like you. All you ever do is make me cry. I can never do anything right. Alone than me, someone like you. Someday I'll find the love to share my life with again. But until then, I'd rather be alone. A fading welcome mat by the door. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Now please welcome to our show, the balanced Chris Chord.
Hey, Chris.
guys.
How you doing?
Hi, everyone out there.
Beautiful song, beautiful song. Is that one of your originals?
That's my original for my second album, actually. That's the first single that I'm going to be releasing. Hopefully.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
Awesome. Very wise words. I'd rather be alone. There's a Spanish saying, better alone than in poor company. And,
Right?
Yeah, definitely.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. But something about human nature, we feel that we need to find something outside of us to make ourselves feel complete. And what we don't realize that we need to feel complete within ourselves to then bring forth that person that's going to mirror who we are inside.
Oh, yeah, that comes first. I agree.
Definitely.
Absolutely. And no bad medicine.
No.
That's why I just keep smiling all the time.
That's
That's
it.
it.
Me too.
Pearly whites.
Yes.
We should do like a commercial for Colgate.
You remember that old commercial back in the day? Smile and the whole world smiles with you?
Definitely.
Or they just keep wondering.
Yeah, exactly.
What drugs are you on?
Why is she smiling so much?
I'm an early riser, so when I see people at 7 or 8 and they're like, what are you on? Why are you so happy? Alive. I'm alive. That's why.
Exactly. I'm high on life.
Yeah.
So, Chris, balance is a word with so many meanings. What does that word mean to you, and what inspired the song?
Yeah. Balance has, I don't know, it's very different for everybody. For me, it's like finding a connection with all the aspects of my life. The reason why it's funny because when I first started Balance, the album, I didn't have a title for it. I was just actually a little bitter. I was juggling a lot of things at the time. One thing was leading this double life where in Canada I was this straight girl and trying to do the right thing, and I would on the weekends frequent the U.S., Watertown, New York, which wasn't too far from here, and I could be me. And so I was trying to juggle like two careers: this working in the construction business field. That was my family's business, so I was running and managing their business. And by the weekend, I was trying to do my career, which was this recording artist and musician. So I decided to name the album Balance at the end of it, because it was only then where I started to feel some peace within myself. And for me, that's where balance was like I could recognize it, and I also recognized that it was a life journey. Like for me, balance is never just one set time that I'll have it in my life. It's an ongoing process. So I thought, what better to name this this album Balance. So that's where that came from. And it was the last song I wrote.
Wow.
Awesome.
People don't realize that that's what we're here to do, is learn how to balance our energies, learn how to balance everything within us. And it's all, when you find yourself tipping more to one side than the other, then bad things start to happen. It's almost like life is trying to teach you to walk that tightrope in a balanced way, whether it's your gender identity, whether it's your sexuality, whether it's how much work versus play you do. Everything revolves around balance. So
Yeah, there was just so much going on, and I was thinking, like, how do I do this? Like, how do I tell people, even in the album, like, how I feel inside, but without telling them exactly that I was gay, because everyone, I'm sure, knew, but didn't come out and ask me, and I was too afraid, so I was just like, there's like no he, there's no she, there's no her, there's no his in any one of those songs that I wrote, so I made it so that my excuse at the time was anybody can sing it to their loved one. Anybody, there's no gender to it. But really what it was I was afraid to say, hey, you know, I love her, you know. So, but near the end of the album, I had written, 10 songs worth. So what could I, write and balance? So I can remember even today, like when I sing that at a concert, I smile because when I'm singing it, because it's just so, it means so much to me, that song.
And it's so freeing to be able to be you. I mean, people walk through life being someone they're not because they're afraid to be themselves. And once you're able to be yourself, it's such a freeing thing, and it's harmony, it's balance when you're able to be yourself.
It's amazing.
Yes.
It's home.
Yes,
home.
Totally. And that's what it's all about. And one day humanity will get this, hopefully soon.
Yes, one day.
So, Chris, how important is love in your life? And have you been blessed to love and be loved?
Oh, yeah, love is huge important. I mean, if you don't have love, this is my personal opinion. I mean, you don't have much. Like, for me, anyways, I so many degrees of love. I mean, my parents, like, wow, like the journey I've taken with them in terms of love. Like, there's times where I did not like them or what they, had to say, and I learned that, that's their journey too. So the love I have for them now is like unbelievable. Like, they're amazing people. Like, I don't know what I would do without them. Love of a partner and I do have. It's such an amazing learning experience for me. Love of a partner isn't, like, for me just about, sex, cuddling, all these little short-term gratifications. It's about learning who I am through somebody that cares about me through their eyes, like the good and bad. Like, okay, that's great, you love me, but what is, what's going on that you see that maybe I can better myself? So in terms of love, yeah, it's just so, there's one of my songs in my new album that says, I live life through this heart. And that to me is love. So, yeah.
Definitely. It's all by heart.
Yes.
Thing.
Absolutely. He has mine and I have his.
Exactly.
Yeah. See, you can climb mountains. You can do things you never thought
Yes.
you could do. But really, when you look at it, yeah, it's not just about another physical person. It's also about what they do to you that makes you come alive, even that what you didn't
Yeah.
have, that you didn't think you had. You know.
Right. It's almost like a mirror image, and you love the way you feel when you're around that person. So ultimately, it's about self. It's how you're feeling inside when you're near that person, or vice versa. And relationships are a learning tool for our spiritual growth.
Yep.
You know, it's amazing, and it's.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes words can't say enough to express and understand things, but if we get in touch with our heart, which is everything, our heart is our soul, it's the light within, then life just starts making a lot more sense.
Sure does.
Absolutely. So, Chris, tell us a little bit about you. What motivates you and empowers you?
What you see is what you get. I'm a really passionate person. So when I talk to you, you can see I use my hands a lot. That's a little bit of the European in me. But I've always been a caring, kind of giving person, and dedicated also to what I do. No matter what I do, that's what motivates me, like to do a good job. Like fans are a huge motivation to me. When a fan comes up to me and says, "Hey, Chris, I had one just the other day. Thank you so much. Like your music helped me get through a really difficult time." And when I hear that, it's such a powerful thing for me. And I'm always humbled to have someone say like, "Hey, like my mother died or my father died, and I listened to your album and it helped me get through it." And I'm thinking, wow, just that's insane to me, because like those are my words and I helped someone through something. As corny as it sounds, wow, I'm so lucky to be able to have, this kind of career, to be able to move someone. So I take responsibility as an artist too. So I don't, like, I try to write things that are meaningful life experiences, and not all my writing is about me. It's about my fans and what they go through, and I learn and I watch and then I write. So I want people to be able to connect to things that they go through my song. So yeah.
Music is definitely a healing tool. It's therapy. And songs, I mean, we go back and remember certain songs that bring up memory from the past that make us feel a certain way, whether it's to feel sad or happy or whatever. It's just one of those things. And like you said, when you write song, I'm also a musician and I write as well. It's not all about self. It's almost like there's something higher coming down within our mind and heart that puts these words together as a healing tool for humanity.
It's so true. And like with my new album, it's my lyrics are so much stronger, and I think it's also because I could go where I wanted to go now. I didn't have anything suppressing me. Like I could do, I could say her and whatever and deal with issues that I wanted to. I have a song called "Just Like You" and it deals with equality. I couldn't do that before, and well, I didn't think I could. So I'm more comfortable in my own skin right now to be able to actually to write what I really fundamentally feel. Like, I'm so excited to release the second project. It really means a lot to me, this next one. So.
Excellent. I'm excited for your new projects and you're writing new songs and new albums. It's such an amazing thing. It's like a kid during Christmas.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. It's an amazing feeling. Definitely. So how was that concert for the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina? And can you give us a blow-by-blow of the ambience of the event?
Oh, that was an amazing experience. Like, to be a part of something that was assisting so many people in need. That was just like everyone pulled together. Like the musicians that I asked to perform, to entertain, they were just so willing. We had 3 bands that performed, and we had over 400 guests, and everybody donated, whether it was like purchasing my merchandise, or which I donated. We had cans from Red Cross that were all over the different tables, and they were to the brim. It was awesome. The age range of the audience was also crazy awesome. It was like from 5 to 80. And everyone, like, you have these 80-year-olds listening to me rocking it out. It was quite interesting. All dressed up in these like 3-piece suits. I'm like, oh. But everyone was there for the same reason, to help. And I was headlining the event, and I took that the advantage of headlining there to send a message. And I do that in a lot of my shows. And I sent a message that no matter, who's to blame or what's going on, we all have to come together. We all have to be one at this point, because we're all equal. And this is when you see that in life, we are all equal. And these people were hurting, and we needed to help them. So it was crazy. Like, it was such an amazing experience. I wish I would have videotaped it, because the people were just like hugging each other, and we're all like, let's do what we can do. And we raised quite a bit that night.
It's really sad that human beings have to wait for a disaster to bring themselves together. It happened during 9/11, and it happens during all sorts of catastrophic events. The sooner we realize that we are all one and we're all in it together, that it doesn't matter, how much money you have, what color you are, we all put one pant leg at a time, and when we die, we all go in the same place.
Well, it's as simple as walking down the street and saying hi to a stranger. What's so, like, why not? Why not open a door for somebody? Talk to somebody randomly. I do it all the time. People think I'm crazy. I'm like, oh, I like your shirt. Oh, I like your tie. And everyone's like, oh, thanks. Or like, who's that?
What does she want? Why is she talking to me? Because that's the mentality. We've been taught every man for himself. I mean, from the moment we're little, the sports, competition, and it's like, we should stop that. We should stop living our life based on ego and go more into our heart space, because that's what we're going to heal as a species.
It's so much easier.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. Hey, Chris, Becky and Ray Ray are watching. They're in the chat room as well, and they want you to do a song.
I wish I could. I've got nothing here. I'll do let me see. It's funny. I want you to do a song.
Come on, we want a song.
Wow, that's
we can't put you on the spot because it's not something that.
If you're not comfortable doing it, you don't have to.
Well, that's funny, because usually I'm right on the money with this one, but I can do something. I'm gonna have to read through this thing, but my song Balance there.
We're actually going to be playing that in little later on the show from your, but we could switch things around. We're pretty flexible.
You can play it. Becky, come on, man.
Actually, when we play, you can sing along with it.
I'll do that.
And Lisa.
That'll work.
I would love to do that.
Okay.
Please, we got in the chat room, her hair rocks. And then, please, Chris, from Connie and Lisa. Tell her Laura says hi. I'm watching all the way from Verona.
Yay. Hi, guys. I love you guys. We have to go to Turning Stone again. Just kidding.
There you go. Where's Turning Stone?
That's in Verona, New York.
Okay.
It's a little place where you go to gamble. I don't do that. I don't do that.
No, gambling's a waste of money.
Yes, flushing
exactly.
right down the toilet.
I go for the free alcohol.
There you go.
There you go. Hey, I second that one.
Yeah, totally.
Well, you have done other concerts for special benefit events, such as for cancer and AIDS. Do you feel it is important to give back, and how rewarding are these benefits for you?
Wow. I mean, if I have the ability to reach people on a large spectrum, or why wouldn't I? Like, especially like I love to give back to my community, and if I can do it that way, what better way? If I can make the difference in like one person's life by performing and raising money, then yeah. I mean, it's like Bono from U2. He's amazing. Like, he does all these concerts and like raises huge, like large amounts of money. I don't even think people realize how much he raises for AIDS and all. It's incredible. Like, I think as artists, as actresses, like we should all do that, because we have the ability to reach more people than one person. So yeah, I would. I'll do it. I continue to do concerts and benefits, and I will always.
It's got to be an amazing feeling to be in one stage with that amount of people. I mean, just because musicians, we feed off the energy of the audience. And then when you have that large of an audience and you're playing for that large of audience, it's just like mind blowing. There's no better high than that.
Right? Like, I don't even know where
Yeah.
I'm at sometimes. Like, I'm in that zone, and like, I could have 50,000 people. I could have like 500. I don't know where I'm at. It's just like, wow, this is awesome. And somebody asked me once, are do you get nervous? I'm like, not really. I get excited. I'm passionate. I just want to send this message to everyone. I want them to just hear what I have to say. But stick two people in front of me now, that's a little bit different. But I don't know why.
Right. It's a zone, that we get in, and it's just an amazing feeling. I know that I haven't been doing as much as I would like to be doing because, life. I didn't make music my career. I'm an occupational therapist, but whenever I get a chance, I do perform. Like, I have an event coming up on November 8th. It's Gender Queer Art Festival or something, and they've asked me to do 3 songs, so I'm definitely going to enjoy that.
Oh, I would love to join the stage with you sometime. Oh, your
definitely.
stuff is amazing.
I think it would be awesome. Let's see. We got
a question from the chat room. You just got home from a really bad gig, date, work day. What's the first thing you grab out of the fridge?
That's awesome.
Budweiser.
That's funny. First thing I grab out of the fridge. Meatloaf? I'm just kidding.
Meatloaf? For animals. I don't want to hear it. No.
No, a nice big tall glass of water probably. That's there waiting for me. No beer, nothing like that. No, I'm not. I'm not a big drinker, so I don't fit the image quite.
Not the rocker image.
I go for the alcohol.
I always make fun that when I go to a hotel, not only do I leave without any mess, I don't do anything bad, and I actually make my bed, so it's pretty bad.
They said they're calling bullshit.
Who said?
Let's see. They don't have their name. It's just viewer 6148. They're remaining anonymous.
I swear to God, every time I go to a club the next day, if I go on a Friday and I perform, I go the next day, everyone's like, oh man, Canada Chris, you were so wasted. And I'm just like, yeah. And they leave, and I'm like, man, I didn't have one drink at all. So I don't know what to think about that.
It's a natural high. That's good.
It's crazy. Crazy.
So, Chris, has it been difficult to break through the gatekeepers in the music industry, and do you feel you're heading in the right direction?
Oh, man, I'm sure you can vouch for this one. It's been absolutely like concrete wall after concrete wall. But one thing that I do have is I'm dedicated or stubborn. I don't know which one. But, yeah, it's hard. I've had a crazy ride. I've had my album, my first initial album, the company I was recording with tried to steal it. I had to hire a lawyer. It was a big old mess. Luckily, I won the case, but they did win the producing rights, which was really lame. So it doesn't matter. I reproduced it. I've had my life threatened because of I wouldn't sign a contract. So like it's been really tough to break through. I've been told I was too fat to be in the industry. I'm thinking, well, when they stole my album, when they threatened my life, it was a good weight loss program because I sure did lose some weight there. But yeah, I was told I was too fat, and then I'm thinking, you know what? That's crazy. I'm not going to, settle or sell my soul just to make it. And at that time, I was really excited because I guess Winona Judd had one of my songs that she wanted to do, and this company, I'm like, you know what? It's not worth it. I don't care who wants it. At this point, it's not about the money for me. It was about it was about my soul. Like, how am I going to let these people who are doing all these negative things to me take something that's so positive? And I couldn't have it. But breaking through the industry on a positive note, I mean, I've gotten so much respect now in the last 5 years. I'm so humbled to be in the same room as some of the musicians that I get to work with, and my engineer, Jeff, he's amazing, who I will be co-producing with soon. And even that, like being a female producer in like a very still male, dominated industry in terms of like the producing part of it, like I used to, people don't take you seriously. And, these guys do, and it's an amazing experience to sit down with, like, the guys I work with. One of them plays for the Wilkinsons. I think it's now Small Town Pistols. Like, and they're listening to me, and sometimes I'm like, wow, this is awesome. But meeting amazing people, like meeting you guys, amazing, like giving me this opportunity, like fabulous. Thank you.
Thank you.
You know,
Thank you.
We appreciate you being here.
Let's see, we got a question here. If there's one piece of advice you can give about life, what would that be?
Oh, you know what? Live it through here. Live it through your heart. Your gut will tell you when things are not good. Yeah, there's, you know, certain things that we have to live by socially, but generally, if you conduct yourself through how you feel, I think you'll be okay. And that's my best advice there. I do it, and I have done it for the last, I would say the last 10 years. I live through here. That's it.
Yeah, it's the only way to live, through your heart.
Pretty organic,
And
but it's where it's at.
definitely, and talking about the gatekeepers, you know, a lot of the artists in the industry have sold their souls, and there's a big conspiracy behind the whole thing, the Illuminati, and how they control the music, that they don't want music, they're going to help wake humanity up. They want to keep everyone dead asleep. And,
Yes.
you know.
Okay, now that you said that, selling your soul, I have to say this. If that saying is true, that you have to sell your soul to the devil to make it in that industry, then there's got to be a lot of cool people in hell.
I guess so, because there's a lot of of people that.
For sure. Like I'm actually surprised that I've gotten to the point where now CBS actually is recognizing one of my songs, and I've gotten a phone call from this industry businessman that wants me to do a music video and all these radio TV opportunities, and this all hit in this last 4 weeks. So I'm really interested to see if that's going to happen, and if they think that, you know, I'm going to sell my soul, I'm probably going to be right back to square one, and I'm going to be okay with it, because the fans that are watching me and that listen to me when I play, that's what matters to me. Simple.
There you go. The Indigo Girls did it. You know, they didn't go mainstream, and they had their following. They were big, you know. And plus, when you sell your soul like that and you give all your talent, the control to these big record labels and stuff, you don't get to be you anymore.
No,
you have to,
it's over.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, exactly. Viewer 3309 said, "More than the perfect answer, Chris. You made me fist pump. LOL."
Fist pump.
You.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking. Okay, never mind. I was like, dirty answer.
Oh my God, where's your mind? Okay.
Never mind.
Next question.
Here's one of your performance. A cover by Melissa Etheridge. Done. I think you do it better than her. Come to my window.
Aw, you're so sweet.
And I will dial numbers just to listen to your breath. And I would stand inside your head and hold the hand to death. You don't know how far I go to reach this precious thing. And you don't know how much I give or how much I can take just to reach you, just to reach you. Oh, I wanna reach you. Everybody can do that. Come to my window, crawl inside, wait by the lights of the moon. Come to my window, I'll be home soon. Oh, keeping my eyes open, I cannot afford to sleep. Oh, giving away promises I know that I can keep. Nothing fills the darkness that I seep into my chest. I need you in my blood, I am forsaking all the rest. Just to reach you, just to reach you. Oh, to reach you. Oh, yeah, yeah. Come to my window. Yeah, crawl inside, wait by the lights of the moon. Come to my window, I'll be home. I'm coming home, home to my window. Yeah, yeah, crawl inside, wait by the lights of the moon. Home to my window, I'll be home soon. Love it home, I'm coming home, home to my window. Yeah, yeah, crawl inside, wait by the lights of the moon. Home to my window, I'll be home soon. Love it home, coming home. Love it home, yeah. I'm coming home. Love it home, yeah. I'm coming home. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Coming home. I love that song.
I love playing that song. That's like my signature song when I play at the club, and everyone is so like they're awesome. And I'm all over the place too. I like jump on the stage, or I jump on the speakers. Yeah. Then I fall. I'm just kidding.
The microphone goes all over the place.
Yep.
Yeah. It's all that great energy.
We got a few questions from the chat room. Viewer 380 asks you, what is the one song that you have written that touches your heart the most, and why?
That's an awesome question. I mean, these are all awesome questions, but I guess because I'm at peace right now with my parents. It's a song on my second album called Number One Friend, and I wrote it for my mom and dad, and it talks about how somehow, even though that they were embarrassed about me, I know that they still loved me, and that they were going through a difficult journey through the time when I came out to them, because we didn't talk for about a year, and I in that time wanted to think about, reflect, why I had this issue with them not understanding me, and I had to give them the space and the time on their journey to accept me, and they did, and they came full circle, and I wrote the song about them. So it's called my mother always said, there's no other friend than your parents, they're your number one friend, and as funny as that was, I had to put that line in there. So yeah, that would be the one that means the most.
Awesome.
Definitely. Now go ahead and read one of ours.
Okay. The LGBT community is a special community. How supportive have they been of your music?
I wouldn't be sitting here if it wasn't for them. 90% of my sales are from the community. Love you guys. Because I traveled to New York, and that's where I called home for a long time. I decided to hit as many gay bars as I could. So they've been wonderful, and I have nothing but sweet words for them, for us, for everybody. But I'm so humbled, to think that I came from where I was, which is so closeted, to the LGBT community supporting me. It's amazing. A large part of my success is due to everyone.
I remember when I did an interview for you for Ambiente magazine, and you weren't out yet, because it was a written interview that I did for Umberto from the Ambiente magazine, and I'm so glad that you freed yourself from that fear, and now you're able to be you, which has got to be an amazing feeling.
Yeah. And I remember Mark getting off that phone, and I'm like, oh, this guy's awesome. And I'm like, please don't say that. I hope he doesn't say that. Oh, I hope he doesn't. And I'm like, oh, yeah, he did. And I'm like, oh, okay, who's going to see that? And I'm like, oh, man, it's so exhausting. And then I'm like, now I'm just like, yay, post everywhere.
There's another question here.
There's a few more
questions. Viewer number 762. What does Chris like to do on her downtime?
Yay! What do I like to do on my
What downtime?
Right? Especially now. I have one of my friends that I talk to is like, wow, you're so busy. I haven't had a moment to myself, but when I do, I like to play with my little doggy. I have a little Shorkie. He's so cute. His name is Gus. So I spend a lot of time with him, and And as weird as this sounds, writing songs, coming up with ideas, sitting on the couch, playing my guitar, putting my guitar down, watching Ellen. Yeah, that's what I do.
Ellen rocks. Definitely rocks.
Viewer 6148 is asking, what is your favorite brand of guitar?
My favorite brand of guitar. That's a good one. Martin, Taylor. I know these are all like big brands, but a Martin. Oh, that's that sound in that guitar. Wow, that's amazing. So I would have to go with that one. But I love them all. It depends on the guitar you get. It could be, a $50 guitar. If that sound is amazing, then you found like a diamond in the rough. So yeah,
definitely. You're number 5633. Do you have your own band, or are they studio cats?
Yeah, I used to have my own band, and I love them all. Doubt you're listening, but I got a little tired of babysitting for a little bit, so I actually hire my musicians, and I hire one guy, amazing guy, who plays drums, guitar, every single thing that you're going to hear on my new album, equally amazing. And so just one guy, and I have my engineer, so there's literally 3 people in the room, and it's, to me, the best product that I think that I've come up with. So this guy's amazing. So I don't have my own band, but when I do decide to play live, I had an amazing band in Toronto, and I still have access to them. Oh, they're just awesome guys. But yeah, I find it easier now to just take whatever I produce in the studio without my vocals, and I can hop in to any club anywhere. And if you have a DJ, pop in my CD or MP3 player or whatever. My iPod, sorry, and that's it.
Yeah, it definitely works very well. When I did my album, I did the same thing, and I had a Dr. Boss and my guitar, and that was the bulk of it. And then the engineer did a couple of things electronically, and it's like, voila, didn't have to pay for musicians, and not so many cooks in the kitchen. Band members fight with one another, and I want it this way, and you want it that way, and there's a bunch of egos flaring, and it's.
And I just want to hug everyone, and then it doesn't look good because I'm just constantly hugging. I'm just having a good day. So I'm like, oh, give me a hug. Oh, give me a hug. It's like not good.
They're going. Stay away.
Not good.
Let me go here. Being a songwriter and performer takes a toll on your body and mind. What do you do to stay mentally and physically fit? And do you have any special rituals that you do before you go on stage? Special. That came out Cuban. Special ritual.
I was like, I've been doing that this whole time.
You combine the 2 words together.
Yeah.
Oh, good. It's funny because there was a lot of changes for me in the last 5 years. My eating habits changed. I've gone pretty much all greens, fruits, grains, energy foods. I learned that from you, Mark. You don't know this. I've been following you with your juicing. Yes, I bought a juicer. So I've been doing a lot of that. Eating, it makes me feel amazing when I eat some superfoods, I started running, so I do like a 1.5 miles every other day, and on the off days there, I do like an Ironman workout. So the more physically fit I've become, the easier it is for me to just maintain everything. Wake up, get ready, have this busy, crazy life that I have, and be able to sing and not sound like I need to call Jenny Craig in the middle of a performance. I'm not gonna lie. But in terms of like mentally, I meditate. I'm a Deepak fan there, but rituals before a show, and this happens to me all the time. And I feel bad sometimes because people want to come and see me before a show, and I just want to be alone. I just want to be by myself, just in the zone, preparing the best that I can, because the people that came to see me out of their busy schedule, they want a good show, and so I take it so seriously. So there's no alcohol involved when I perform. It's like it's the job that I got to do. But I need that quiet. But then after the show's done, oh man, come kiss me, come hug me. I love talking to my fans. It's just a surreal, it's an amazing experience. I'm so humbled by that. Yeah.
So when you make it super big, you could hire me, and I will definitely keep all the good foods and tell you exactly what to eat, and the meditation and all that good stuff. So.
I see what you make, and it probably tastes better than what I tried. Trust me on that one. I just do this when I.
No, it could. you have to know how to make it, and you have to really, and it's amazing. And once you put that stuff in you, your cells just become alive. I mean, that was 13 months of being raw vegan. I felt the greatest I have ever felt. It was just amazing. I look like I'm Ethiopian. I learned 2 pounds. I was like, if I keep losing any more weight, I'm gonna die.
A little bit of that.
Great. Exactly. Let's see. Here we got.
When is your next viewer 7293? When is your next concert in Watertown? And how do you deal with all the girls after you?
That's awesome. My next show hopefully is they're having a little shindig the end of this month there, and I'm hoping to do maybe a couple of songs. If not, it'll be in November. I have to say something real quick too. In Watertown, the club is called Clueless Nightclub, and it was a club that I went for the first time in 2002, and I've been frequenting almost every other weekend. They are amazing people. The owner, Bob Vest, I honestly wouldn't be here sitting in this chair talking to you right now. And this is powerful if it wasn't for Bob having this venue for people like me who were closeted to go out and be free and be themselves. So God love you, Bob Vest. Like, God love you. Yeah. So yeah.
Viewer number 3309. Chris, what keeps you grounded?
What keeps me grounded? My dog. What keeps me grounded? Just I don't even know how to take off. That's me. I don't know. I don't think that. I mean, I have a lot of friends that will keep me grounded. That's for sure. And I've had a few that's like, hey, and I'll be like, okay. But I don't know that I, ever took off. So, and I think if I did, I definitely would remember how hard it was to get to where I want to be, or and realize that everyone started somewhere.
There you go.
Absolutely.
I got so many questions here. Let's see. Yes. You have to pick and choose.
One was, when are you coming to Florida?
Yeah, when are you coming to Florida?
Oh, I would love to. So I'm going to try to come out there in December sometime. So if anybody has a venue that I could pop in a CD, I would love to. Just contact me at on my website, but I would love to. I would totally do a show. I just do like 5 or 6 songs. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes, definitely.
It's
a shame that November 8th, because I could probably with gender, but that's kind of probably too soon. I'm like trying to practice because I don't do it a lot. I'm like, every day I get home from work and I'm trying to find the energy.
It's hard.
Yeah, I promised that I would do it. So
viewer 380 said they can find a few for you.
There you go.
Awesome. I would totally do it. I would. All I need is them to be able to like allow me to put either, like I said, a CD or whichever way.
Yeah, a track.
Yeah, a track.
Yeah.
This was the next question.
Okay, now does your family culture reflect in any of your songs?
Oh, yeah. It's part of who I am, and I'm grateful for that. A lot of my morals, ethics, and they come from my parents, and so yeah, my culture is very important. I'm for those of you that don't know, I'm Portuguese. My parents are from Portugal. And they came to Canada, and they certainly did the best that they can do, and they're both very successful business people. But yeah, it does. But on a different note, when my first album, Balance, there's a couple songs that I was a little jaded, a little bitter. So there's a few called there's one song called "What About You," and it's about gossip. I'm not a fan of gossip and talking smack about people, so. Unfortunately, I can remember parts of the community being like that. And I remember, like, in your face, like, what about me? Yeah, what about you? Why are you worrying about my life? Why don't you look at yours? And that's how I felt. That's why I was really happy to end that album with the song Balance, because I'm like, calm down. It's not personal, so...
Well, we made one of the viewers feel guilty. He says, I feel bad sitting here and watching you guys talking about juicers and healthy living as they sit there eating a bowl of cheesies.
I'm gonna have some. That must be Laura. Laura must be.
They're gonna go buy a juicer tomorrow.
Hey, come on, cheesies are awesome.
No, they're bad.
They're good.
This is like one of those imbalance thing where like here I am, such a
Yes.
healthy person, and this person is like so far away from health. I'm like,
shut up.
oh my god.
Just give me my gummy bears and shut up.
I just can't do it anymore. I used to be, before I started running and on changing my eating habits, I'd be like, oh, the remote control's over there. Oh, I'll just watch this news. And then now I'm just like, oh, remote control, grab it. So that's how like I needed any more energy, really. Anyways.
And then there was one more question that was overlooked. How do you deal with obnoxious fans during your shows?
Oh, those are the best. They are. I get them all the time, especially, wherever there's alcohol. I had one guy come in the middle of when I was performing, and he was just like, oh, Canada Chris, and came to hug me, not realizing that I was doing this, like, hello show. And all I do is I will either hug them or I will take them, buy an article of the clothing, and I'll just drag them as if, they're part of the show, and then I'll just push them off. And there's no reason to be like, get out of here, No. I work with them and either embarrass them in my show and they leave as fast as they can, or work with them. Sometimes that's my favorite part, actually. Yeah.
It makes the show interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make a remark like, "Oh, did you want to be part of the show?" And then I'll give them the microphone and be like,
No.
No.
That's okay.
And then I get like the odd weird things. Like I had one episode where I have a thing where I'll jump up and I sing to my audience, and I remember one girl pulled my collar and gave me a kiss here, and another one pulled the back at the same time. Well, they choked me, and I pretty much lost, close to losing consciousness, and I couldn't breathe. So, that was not good. That's been the only thing that I've been warned to not do. But
Wow.
But the girl's grabbing me. Come on, man.
I mean, hey.
You gotta find a positive in that. I'm just kidding.
That's amazing.
Well, there is a lot of hate crimes toward our brothers and sisters in our community. If you could speak and enter a person's heart before they commit the crime, what would you say in an attempt to prevent the crime?
Well, everyone has someone that they love or care about, whether they admit that or not. So I would probably, look them in the eye and say, whoever you care about, whatever it is that you care about, imagine that before you do anything to this person. You imagine them being that person you care about, and perhaps think twice. I mean, when does it become wrong to, love another human being regardless of the sexuality? It sounds insane, Let's, persecute those two guys because they love each other. Oh, this just sounds so weird to me. Love, like hate crimes. There's just no room in the world for hate. I don't think I utter hate whenever I dislike something that's happened to me, that someone has done to me. I don't say, oh, I hate that guy. It's such an ugly, word, such a hard word. I don't hate anybody. People, like I said, go through journeys. Even people that are mean to me that I have forgiven, which is something that I'm learning how to do. It's their journey. It's not mine. I just happen to be in their way. And so either I just realize that or become just as negative as they are. So I'm not going to let them, bring me down. So hate crimes, no. And I'm so big on this anti-bullying thing that I would love to go into schools and talk about that and just sit that little bullier and say, hey, what's wrong? Who's done what to you? Let's talk about this.
It's very powerful what you mentioned about forgiving. When you forgive others and then forgive yourself for having feelings that are negative towards others, it's very freeing. Yep. I've often said that people that bully or people that commit hate crimes are hurting deep inside. Yep. And that's almost like their only way of lashing out. And I don't believe there's such a thing as a bad person. I just believe that people have bad experiences and they just don't know how to redirect that energy that they have inside, and they redirect it in a negative way.
So true. Everyone has a story, and and every story is important to that person. And I've been fortunate to be brought up with a loving family. Not everybody does. So when you see that kid on the street and he's doing something bad, you do not know his story. Don't judge. You do not know what's going on.
Send them love. Healing love. That's
give him a hug. Yeah. Say, oh, I like your shirt. Just say something. That teacher that says, oh, Johnny, go to the principal's office. You don't have your shirt on. Well, maybe he doesn't have his shirt tucked in because he wanted someone to say, hey, notice me. Come on. You know,
Yeah,
it's not that
exactly.
hard. We're so fast paced in the society that we're missing out. Like this technology stuff is awesome, but we're missing out on the fundamentals. Even like going out to dinner and having a friend in front of you and not text. Like seriously, talk to me. Like,
Yeah.
or,
Yeah, everything's that phone. You're in the bathroom taking number 2, you're like,
No,
or Facebook.
that's what I said. If you're transgender and you're still in the closet, now's the perfect time to come out because everybody's walking up and down the street doing this, and they don't care what you look like.
they don't care.
Yeah,
They don't
it's
care.
like we've lost being in touch
Yeah.
with nature. We've lost quiet time, meditating, and picking up a book. You know, just simple things in life that doesn't exist anymore.
But now the books are on our phones.
I don't even see children playing outside like I used to see. Like, where's that? Like, I used to get on my bike. This is hilarious. When I was 12 years old, I never had a shirt on. Maybe it was like I was 9, was younger. And I used to like ride around with no shirt on. And then I figured out that I wasn't supposed to be doing that. And it's like, I had a great time though. Like I had such a good time. And I'm like, where are all these kids? Like, I'm like, they're playing video games inside. Like, this is the generation, I guess, you know.
Yeah. And it doesn't mean that you have to be
Like that one.
transgender.
She likes that.
Yeah,
About
being
the
naked, it's such a freeing thing. We're taught shame. We're taught that, ooh, genitals are bad and whatever. It's like we were born naked. We're meant to be jumping from tree to tree and picking the fruits and enjoying life, not sitting behind a cubicle. Like, hello, can I help you? Blah, blah, blah. You know, it drives us crazy. That's why everyone's on antidepressant and they're on antipsychotic pills and they're miserable. And it's because we're living a very artificial life.
Oh, we are. And it's sad. It's sad to me that, and we're missing out. We really are.
Yeah. Okay, let's go have, what did they have in the 60s? What's the name of that?
Woodstock?
Woodstock. There we go. We're going to have to do a Woodstock thing and just go out there and go peace,
do
love,
it.
and happiness. All good. Any other questions out there?
Yes,
Yeah.
there was a couple more. Also, we have a post show, so if you want to hang with us, Chris, for the post show, people can ask more questions,
Yes,
and we can
'cause-
go from there.
Yes.
I would love to. You have the address. Awesome.
So, let me go ahead and just
Let's
do
go to the
this
next
one.
question, and then we'll move on, and we'll get the
we'll
questions in the
question
post show.
Where can our viewers get a hold of you and purchase your amazing album and future albums to come? And are there any plans for concerts here in the U.S. anytime soon?
Well, I just got my website up. It's chrischord.com. So you can, there's a link, there's an iTunes link, so you can purchase my album through there. Also, if you want to contact me via email, it's chrischord@ymail.com. Pretty much also, like I said, I'm actually going to release the new CD in March. So I'm hoping to do like a few shows. So if anybody out there has access again to different venues, please email me, and I will make sure if I can make some kind of a little tour, I will hit your state, city, wherever. I would love to play. Just like contact me and do it.
Awesome. Somebody in the chat room said that they were going to contact your website and give you some information on venues for places in Florida.
Yeah.
Thank
I know there's
you.
going to be an event in January in the Pride Center, which is here in Wilton Manors. Wilton Manors is amazing, the LGBT playground. And the Pride Center is going to have some sort of FTM conference and stuff like that. I've got to check the date and I'll let you know, but that'll be awesome if we could do something together. And
Oh, that would rock. I would love to. I would love to share the stage with you, for sure.
Yes, definitely. All right, Chris, we're going to thank you, and then we're going to do a little show break and then do the little stuff that we do, the trans news and the wrap-up and all that good stuff. But it's been such a pleasure. You're an amazing individual. I feel so honored to have had the opportunity to have interviewed you back then in writing for Ambiente magazine, and to have kept in touch with you, and you've been following me from the background doing my crazy things in life. But
beautiful soul with a beautiful voice.
You've mentored me, and thank you. That's awesome. No, I'm so grateful. Like I've been telling everybody around here, and I have no words. They don't speak. I'm just so grateful. Thank you so much. I can't wait to meet you guys and hug you guys.
We cannot wait to meet you and hug you. Because I'm a hugger too. So.
Namaste, you know.
Yeah.
The God in me blesses the God in you. All the time.
Right back at you, buddy.
Yeah.
Much love to you all.
Thank you.
Much love.
Much love.
To my fans and friends, much love.
Yes, everybody. We'll be right back
you
with
guys
In
I
the
wanna
Trans
hear.
News
And our transition video of the week
when we return on Transition Radio TV. Stay tuned.
Fridays at noon Eastern on NOTSTR8 TV, it's Cup of Joe with me, Joe Krynock. We'll talk about anything you want, anything from the news to whatever's going on in your life. Give us a call, and we'll be more than happy to talk to you. We'll have some great music videos as well. Join us Fridays at noon Eastern here on NOTSTR8 TV/live for Cup of Joe.
If you're wondering what you're taking a look at right there on our screen, that's a transgender or bisexual pendant with a 20-inch choker necklace. Only for $16.99. What a bargain. Ships from and sold by Gifts by Luli LLC. Gift wrap available. It's a metal zinc pewter, 100% lead-free. Measurement length with bail is 35 millimeters width and 34 millimeters height, I guess. Pendant comes with a high-quality 20-inch PVC choker necklace, silver-coated, lead-free, made especially for Gifts by Luli LLC, and you could actually get that at www.amazon.com//GP/BOOFQW16M6
or you can go to our website.
You know, I don't know why I'm making you go through all this. You just go to our website to the store and click the link on the picture, and you could have one of those all for yourself.
Yes.
And welcome back.
Welcome back.
And now we're in the trans news. How eager is conservative media to demonize transgender youth? By Zach Ford. Conservative groups have been ramping up their rhetoric against transgender young people, particularly as they work to overturn California's new bill protecting transgender students. Conservative media has now pounced on a story about a transgender student supposedly causing trouble in a girls' locker room at Colorado High School. But it turns out that the trouble actually came from transphobic parents.
The story first broke at the Christian Broadcasting Network. Unsurprisingly, that report about a male student at Florence High School who claims to be a transgender harassing girls in the bathroom did not identify a single student or parent who complained, nor a single complaint about what was actually happening. In fact, the story seemed to be built around a letter submitted to the school by the anti-LGBT Pacific Justice Institute, demanding privacy protections on behalf of the girls.
The story was then picked up by the Daily Mail, Examiner, and Fox Nation, as well as other fringe conservative outlets, all of which repeated the same lack of details. But Christine Williams of the Trans Advocate thought the story was fishy, so she took it upon herself to talk to Superintendent Rhonda Vendetti herself and discovered some interesting facts about the situation. Vendetti, this is one of parent basically bringing their viewpoint about the situation to the media because they weren't getting the response that they hoped for. They were just parents of students at the high school or from the board and myself.
So I think it's just an attempt to elevate the situation to a point where maybe some more attention can be drawn to that and the hopes of having a different outcome. But our knowledge and based on our investigation, none of those things have actually happened. We do have a transgender student at the high school, and she has been using the women's restroom. There has not been a situation.
Vendetti went on to explain to Williams that there has been no harassment or cause for concern. It's just that the student whose parents are complaining believe it's inappropriate for the trans student to use a facility with which she identifies. In addition, a majority of the school is actually supportive and the trans student is doing well. But it's just two moms kind of leading the brigade who who, of course, wish to remain anonymous. And the actual conversation goes a little like this.
I was calling to try to fact-check some claims that are going around on some ideological news sites.
Right.
The claim is that you have received complaints of a transgender youth hiding out in the girls' restroom and attacking and or harassing girls, and that you've lamented that your hands are tied due to school policy, and a legal organization, an ideological legal organization, has threatened lawsuit.
Right. No, and basically, yeah, and I think you expressed all of our concerns. Nothing has actually been verified with us. This is one parent basically bringing their viewpoint about this situation to the media because they weren't getting the responses that they hoped they would get from the district, from parents and students at the high school, or from the board and myself. So I think it's just an attempt to elevate the situation to a point where maybe some more attention can be drawn to that, and in the hope of having a different outcome. But, yeah, to our knowledge and based on our investigation, none of those things have actually happened.
And yes, a lot of hot air, again, by Fundamentals Group, who try to just make us seem like we're demons, that we're attacking people. It's just going to the bathroom, using the locker room.
Well, first of all, anybody that's transgender, especially in MTF, they're reserved, they're dysphoric about the male side of them. So why are they going to go into... Nah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, believe me,
stupid.
Transgender individuals, we want to go in the bathroom, do our stuff, and go out. It's the most scariest place for us.
Exactly.
So definitely not the thing that we want to do.
But anyway, LGBT young people experience overwhelming rates of bullying based on their real or perceived identities, and unfortunately not much can shield them from the rampant anti-transgender sentiments that a few parents can stir up in communities and across the country.
Definitely, and it's crazy. Can someone please hear my cries? I know you don't understand. You've only seen a man. But here I lay in my tears, for I can no longer hide what I feel. The hurt, the confusion. I'm a woman through all these illusions.
The mask I wear each day to make you feel complete. Our kids, our home, our friends, will they ever truly understand? I need to know that you'll love me, no matter what I intend to be. And now for the transition video of the week with Raiderette Girl 24. Check this one out.
Yes.
And pretend that I'm someone else. Sometimes I get so fed up I don't even want to look at myself. But people have problems that are worse than mine. I don't want you to think I'm complaining all the time. And I hate the way you look at me, I have to say I wish I could start over. I am slowly falling apart. I wish you'd take a walk in my shoes for a start. And you might think it's easy being me. You just stand still, look pretty. Sometimes I find myself shaking in the middle of the night. And then it hits me and I can't even believe this is my life. But people have problems that are worse than mine. I don't want you to to think I'm complaining all the time, and I wish that everyone would go and shut their mouth. I'm not strong enough to deal with it. I am slowly falling apart. I wish you'd take a walk in my shoes for a start, and you might think it's easy being me. You just stand still, look pretty. I am slowly falling apart. I wish you'd take a walk in my shoes for a start, and you might think it's easy being me. You just stand still, look pretty.
It's been a ride. I guess I had to go to that place to get to this one. Now some of you might still be in that place. If you're trying to get out, just follow me. I'll get you there. You can try and read my lyrics off of this paper before I lay 'em, but you won't take the sting out these words before I say 'em. Cause ain't no way I'ma let you stop me from causing mayhem. When I say I'ma do something, I do it. I don't give a damn what you think. I'm doing this for me. So fuck the world, feed it beans. It's gassed up. If you think you're stopping me, I'ma be what I set out to be. Without a doubt, undoubtedly. And all those who look down on me, I'm tearing down your balcony. No ifs, ands, or buts, don't try to ask him why or how can he. From Infinite down to the last relapse album, he's still shitting. Whether he's on salary, paid hourly, until he bows out or he shit just bows out of him. Whichever comes first, for better or worse. He's married to the game, like a fuck you for Christmas. His gift is a curse. Forget the earth, he's got the urge to pull his dick from the dirt and fuck the whole universe. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to take a stand, take a stand. Everybody, everybody, come take my hand, come take my hand. We'll walk this road together through the storm, whatever weather, cold or warm. Just letting you know that you're not alone. Holla if you feel like you've been down the same road. And shit and cut the crap. I shouldn't have to rhyme these words in the rhythm for you to know it's a rap. You said you was king, you lied through your teeth. For that, fuck your feelings. Instead of getting crowned, you're getting capped. And to the fans, I'll never let you down again, I'm back. I promise to never go back on that promise. In fact, let's be honest, at last we laughed. CD was aired, perhaps I ran them accents into the ground. Relax, I ain't going back to that now. All I'm trying to say is get back, quick, clap, clap. Cause I ain't playing around. It's a game called Circle and I don't know how. I'm way too up to back down, but I think I'm still trying to figure this crap out. Thought I had it mapped out, but I guess I didn't. This fucking black cloud still follows me around, but it's time to exercise these demons. These motherfuckers are doing jumping jacks now. I'm not afraid to take a stand, take a stand. Everybody, everybody, come take my hand, come take my hand. We'll walk this road together through the storm, whatever weather, cold or warm. Just letting you know that you're not alone. Holla if you feel like you've been down the same road. And I just can't keep living this way. So starting today, I'm breaking out of this cage. I'm standing up, I'ma face my demon. I'm manning up, I'ma hold my ground. I've had enough, now I'm so fed up. Time to put my life back together right now. It was my decision to get clean, I did it for me. Admittedly, I probably did it subliminally for you, so I could come back a brand new me. You helped see me through, and don't even realize what you did. Cause believe me, I've been through the ringer, but taking too little to the middle finger. I think I got a tear in my eye, I feel like the king of my world. Haters can make like bees with no stingers and drop dead. No more beef flingers, no more drama from now on. I promise to focus solely on handling my responsibilities as a father. So I solemnly swear to always treat this group like my daughters and raise it. You couldn't lift a single on it. Cause the way I feel, I'm strong enough to go to the club or the corner pub and lift the whole liquor counter up. Cause I'm raising the bar. I shoot for the moon, but I'm too busy gazing at stars. I feel amazing and I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to take a stand, take a stand. Everybody, everybody, come take my hand, come take my hand.
say, what they say, what they say. What they say, what they say, what they say. You speak out, all you feel is defiance. All you need is some self-reliance, cause this world is gonna always try us. And I'm the one who wants to run for cover, but here's looking for yourself in the weather. We're all searching for a special something, and we keep on running. Don't wanna leave your comforts, wanna find a cure. We're afraid of who we see in the mirror. We wanna let go, but it feels too pure. Who wants to be alone in this world? You look around and all you see is hurt. But the light, it always finds us if we move with a little trust.
Dreams can definitely come true. That was an amazing video and transformation. Only 11 months, and it's amazing how all of our stories are so similar. And we're going to go ahead and share this right here. Wow, this video hits close to home. I'm a female and have thought about changing my gender so many times. My religious beliefs are one of the few reasons why I haven't. I will soon be losing my breast because of cancer and possibly have to have a hysterectomy. I think my choice has been made for me. Definitely. I wish humanity would understand. I wish humanity would have tolerance, empathy, and just look besides themselves. They don't have to just look within their beliefs or whatever and see the pain and suffering that we go through. And it's history repeats itself. Every single story. I mean, we can't all be crazy.
No.
You know? I mean, it's like, 1 out of 80 fetuses have some form of gender identity anomaly. And I mean fetuses because that's what happens inside the mother's womb, where the gender center does not align with the genitalia, and here we are. And we're just trying to make the best of our lives and trying to be happy. And hey, that's how it goes. Exactly. Well, guys, this has been an amazing show. Stay tuned next week on Transition Radio TV. We have Boxers and Binders, and he's an FDM. It's going to be on our show. And on the radio show, we have Zayden Tyler, and he's one of the moderators or owners of Transgender Project on YouTube. Yes. So great shows for next week. Thank you so much. My God, Chatters, you guys rock.
Absolutely. And Chris,
oh my God,
you're awesome.
She's just totally awesome. Totally. And Joe, you're the best.
Yeah.
Always. Well, guys, thank you so much. And we want to tell you a little something.
We love you, but remember to always love yourselves too.
Good night.
Mwah.